Ah, he's going to eat me. Ah. Haha. Whoa. I'm trapped. Oh boy. Where are we, guys? Where are we? What's going on here? This is the start of my new mob spawning grounds. With the improvements that I want to try out. Not much is done on it. I tried to make a 4-way mob evader. Works very well for the tall mobs, but it does not work for the spiders. So I'm going to do something different. And we are at level 39, I believe. So the goal with the new system is it's only going to be about 12 pads, I think. I don't think I need to make a huge mob system. And it's like 24 blocks below the surface. So I'm not going to be hearing all the stupid mob noises anymore. Just by chance, there was a dungeon down here at the same level, so that's what this came from. And I am going to give huge props to FreakEntertainer. That guy is a genius, because he has shown me one of my favorite tricks yet. He told me, I don't know if you guys can see it, but say I want to look through this wall and this wall. All I need to do, this is FreakEntertainer's tip, stand just outside of this box here. So I'm outside of the box. Place gravel. Oop. It's a little hard to do. Come on, come on, come on. I know I can get closer. Well, anyway, you can see through the ground if you do this. And by doing that, I can see all the tunnels I have lit up and all the ones I haven't. So I don't need to use the F3 trick to look for monsters in tunnels and then light up the tunnels. I can just look through the ground at all the tunnels I've lit up using FreakEntertainer's trick here. Oh yeah, and if you go to different difficulty, you can actually see the mobs jumping around in the tunnels. You see there's one down there, there's a creeper in that dark tunnel. I got most of this area lit up. Pretty cool. It's gonna make things a lot easier. Do it over here. You can see my those are the abandoned spawning pads. And it's pretty cool. Alright, but enough wasting time. This is not what we're supposed to be doing this episode. We are going to be building level 3 starting it anyway, where we will spawn and collect farm animal mobs. And so I've shut this all down. Okay, going to gather some resources and then we'll get started. Alright guys, you ready? Let's go! So the layer we're on right now is the storage room. Y coordinate is 65. This is level 2 up here. This is the mob. Once I finish the new mob system, if I ever do, this is going to be where I kill the mobs and sort the mobs and do whatever crazy thing I want to do with the mobs. And it's at level 74. So it's 11 blocks up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Yeah, that'll probably be good. I don't know how much space I'm going to need on the second level, so I'm just going to make it 10 high and hope it's good enough. This mob sorter probably won't need to be any higher than this. So, this is level 3. And I know you guys are probably thinking I'm retarded for starting level 3 before finishing level 1 or 2. I may be, but there is some reasoning behind it. Namely, so I'm going to be killing the farm animals on level 3 here and doing other things with them. And so I want their loot to fall on our 5-minute timer on level 1. And to do that, I need to set up the piping. And I can't let anything get in the way of the piping. Like, I'm not very good at explaining things. I need the area above the 5-minute timer clear. So if I was to build level 2 first and build a mob sorter and a record studio and all that crap, there's a good chance I'm going to build in the way of where I need to run the piping for the loot. So there is some reasoning behind starting this level before I'm done the other ones. But guess what? This isn't the level we're going to be working on. Why not? Well, this is the mob. This is a level for killing the mobs and stuff like that. The actual level for spawning them is going to be even higher. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What are we at? 92. Let's see here. How do I get down? Ah! Dang it. Alright. This is level 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't remember what the number was. Was it 63 down here? the positioning is actually pretty important. 65. Because we need the spawning grounds to be out of the 24 block radius. So it needs to be at least 24 blocks higher than ground level there. And yet we want it within the 32 block radius. Level 3, so. And yet we need enough space in case we set up anything that takes a lot of space. But I'm guessing this will probably be good enough. So we're going to start the ceiling. There's no more levels after this one. This is the end. And I'm going to lay the foundation for the ceiling now. Voiceover commentary! Alright guys, so building this farm animal mob collection system seemed like a pretty simple idea in my head, but in reality it's actually pretty crazy and insane to do. So the whole thing took me roughly 4 hours, so I'm just going to show you different steps I took in building it. First thing I'm doing here is laying a 30 by 30 cobblestone base, 1 layer thick, so that I can build 4 spawning pads on it. Next thing I'm doing here is I am finding my coordinates for the very center of my storage room. The X and Z coordinates, the very center. And then I go up and I mark them using these wooden planks, the very center of the storage room, the 2x2 area. And then I build all around that center. And then I start building the actual spawning pads out of soil. Similar to my mob system, they are 14 by 14. I might make some adjustments to them later, but that's what I'm doing for right now. You gotta be kinda careful when you're doing this kind of thing that you light up the area around you, otherwise you might get some surprises. Yeah, not my proudest moment ever. And it gets worse. Never take your eyes off a creeper. Oh, that was embarrassing. I was like trying to do this like jump onto his head sword attack move and I missed. And that's the whole thing pretty much all done. So what I do here is I'm running a spiral staircase to bring the grass up to the top. You should do this early because it takes grass extremely long to make it to travel that distance. I actually left my game running while I was doing something else for about an hour or two. And it's still, the grass still hasn't spread all the way yet. And once you get your spiral staircase lighted up so that the grass will grow, and then wait a few hours. And I decide to add another layer of soil over the whole thing. You could obviously do this using a lot less resources. You only need it to be one layer thick, but I decide to go all the way out. And I pretty much use up all my soil supply making this. And it's only 4 pads. I don't think I need to make it any bigger, but I can if I need to. Place some torches, and then fill up another layer in the canals. This is so that I can do my trick with the stairs and the signs to keep a continuous flow in the water canals. I need it 3 thick. And now for the longest part of the whole thing. We use your mom to clear the grass here. All around the island. And the goal of this is to make the only grass on our spawning pads, so that the farm animal mobs can only spawn on our spawning pads and nowhere else. And if you're going to make one of these things, bear in mind this will take forever. And I actually have it pretty good because most of this island is surrounded by water and or sand, so there's actually very little grass around me, and it still took me, I think, 2 hours, and I didn't even do it all, as you'll see soon. So, if anything's going to discourage you from making a mob system like this, it's clearing the grass. It works. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I'm so glad it works. If I did all this junk work and it didn't work, I would be pretty upset. All your bacon is mine. Ha 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 ha. And yeah, that's only one spawning pad. So the grass is still spreading. It takes a very long time. We're not going to finish this up this episode. Next episode we'll work on setting up the water canals. I'll probably put a fence around this thing. Not that the mobs will fall off, but it's more so I won't fall off. And for looks. And check it out. I think that looks awesome. I have a feeling I am the only person in Minecraft history to completely remove the grass. Well, I didn't completely do it, but almost completely remove the grass from an island. And I had to battle the grass because as I was clearing it, it was spreading back to the places I cleared it. And yeah, it was pretty crazy, but I won. So there'll be a hole here, which will bring mobs down to level 3, which is where we will sort them and harvest them and do crazy things with them. And I know everybody wants to make a joke about that. I'm going to show you guys one thing. I don't really, if you want to build this thing, it's up to you. It's quite a bit of work though. I'm up to 4 hours and still not done. And I could remove more grass yet because it's still not, I think mobs can still spawn around the area. So what I've done is I've put this cobblestone barrier here to prevent the grass from spreading further back into our island, because I didn't really want to finish this all because it's actually a pretty big island. I might do more later, I don't know, if I feel like it. It wasn't that bad. I watched a movie while I cleared the grass. Made time go faster. But yeah, it wraps around. And so that barrier keeps it from spreading back, because if you allow that to happen, it'll completely overtake the whole island again. But I'm going to wrap up the episode here. Thanks for watching, and... Oh. Yeah, you gotta keep a lookout too, because sometimes you miss one and then it starts to spread again. So I need to get on this. And that's what she said. I know someone's gonna do that. Okay. I'll see you next time. Oh boy. What can I say, guys? I'm as shocked as you are. Thank you very much, everyone. I gotta get to work. And also, congrats on bowling a 300. That's very impressive. Can't imagine too many people have ever done that. And now you need to bowl a 450 in 5-pin. That's my challenge to you. See you, everybody.